Friends who frequently engage in assassination know this well. When a beautiful woman blocks your scope, you must never let yourself get distracted. But being a red-blooded male, I couldn't resist stealing another glance at the beauty. I snapped back to attention, refocusing immediately. The target came back into view. I checked my vitals. Heart rate, 65 beats per minute. This was my peak moment, my optimal state. I adjusted the angle, held my breath, and lined up the perfect shot. I immediately squeezed the trigger. The woman suddenly shifted her position. I quickly chambered another round, but the bodyguards had already spotted me and swiftly drew the curtains. I knew I was blown. I immediately packed up the sniper rifle and collected the spent casings from the ground. Putting on my helmet, I jumped onto my Ferrari parked by the roadside and left the scene before the police could arrive. I ditched the equipment and took back roads to evade police cruisers. I threw the helmet into the river, erasing all traces of this operation. After cleaning up all the tools of the trade, I made my way to a restroom near a convenience store. I stripped off my clothes and scrubbed my body with soap until the gunpowder smell disappeared, then shaved off my beard. Finally, I splashed on some cologne. Back on the street, I hailed a taxi to the airport, but during security screening, a police dog kept staring at me. Even though I had already cleaned the scent from my body, I was still afraid the dog might detect something. I decisively abandoned that flight and rushed back to the restroom. I washed myself again. Even throwing my watch down the drain, details mean the difference between life and death, and I didn't want to die. I bought a ticket under a new identity. Just as I was about to board, my handler called. "Why did the mission fail?" he demanded. "You know the consequences of a failed assassination of such an important figure." Of course I knew. It meant my name was now on another hitman's list. I snapped the SIM card, crushed the phone, and completely disappeared from the grid. Even on the plane, I remained highly alert. I noticed a man wearing sunglasses monitoring me from across the aisle. As soon as we landed, I booked a connecting flight and added another layer of disguise. But incredibly, he booked the same flight. I spotted him in the departure lounge, and a chill ran down my spine. He was tracking me. I abandoned that flight, stayed overnight at a hotel, and ordered room service not because I was hungry, but because I needed a weapon. I balanced a glass on the door handle and placed a plate right against the door. If the door was pushed open, the glass would fall. I sat in a chair facing the door, turned off the lights, and waited quietly for the assassin to appear.